Protesters marching around Indianapolis again tonight. They say they will continue until their list of demands is met. Good evening, everyone. I'm Phil Sanchez.
And I'm Kylie Conway. Things ended earlier than they did last night, despite there being no curfew. It all started and ended at Monument Circle. Wish TV's Dan Klein is live there joining us tonight. Dan, good evening.
Yeah, and it's mostly quiet here at the Circle at this hour, though you can see plenty of people still behind me, and actually even it looks like a little makeshift march walking off right now. A lot of the demands echo what the family of Dre'Jon Reed had to say earlier today in a press conference, and I'll tell you more about those demands that the protesters have here in a second. But let's show you what that march was like today as they marched through the city. It began right around 5 o'clock this evening. There were hundreds of people led by the Indy 10 Black Lives Matter group, and the protesters had an even larger crowd than last night when we showed you this. They slowly came through the city, going up on Delaware before turning onto St. Clair and then south on West Street. And they stopped there in the intersection of West and Michigan for almost 20 minutes before rallying at Military Park and coming back to the Circle on Ohio. So let's talk about their demands. Today, the constant theme was Dre'Jon Reed. That's a 21-year-old man who was shot and killed by police even as he was streaming live on Facebook. According to organizers, they tell me three of the main demands are what they want is that all officers named and fired who arrived within 30 minutes of showing up to the scene, because they say those officers covered up the truth. They want police to be honest and truthful about Reed, and then they want police to be held accountable so it can't happen again. There's also a few others, including a review of the use of force. Take a listen to what some of the people have to say.
If it was me by myself out here, I wouldn't care. More and more people is great. Numbers are great. They can't attack all of us if there's a whole bunch of us here. But at the same time, if it was just me out here by myself, I would do that. This is more than just a movement for press and TV. I am a black man. I'm scared and I'm tired of being tired.
The firing of officers was the piece which got the biggest amount of applause today. And I also did hear some heated discussion as I was walking between leadership. Some not happy that the very public hugs that were exchanged between some of the protesters and police in front of the governor's residence earlier this week. Some not very happy that that's what happened. Now, coming up, you're going to hear from the Reed family in about 3 minutes. Reporting live downtown, Dan Klein, Wish TV, wishtv.com. Be sure to follow us on Facebook.